Yo, what's good, y'all? You know what it is. ID Rich, the East Coast Connect session with my boy Millie Groans from the 315. What's goody?
What's good, my guy? What's good, my guy? Yo, shout out everybody, East Coast Connect, GSE Lifestyle. It's a fucking lifestyle. You get what you invest. You know what it is.
Already know. So you already know I'm gonna start this shit off with a track from the GSE Lifestyle. Key Booms, the bop. While that song is playing, I'm gonna roll it up, crack it down on this ATL Alien Outcast trade made by Danny Splash.
Let's get it.
Already know. So let's get to it.
Hey man, I need you to bop to this shit. It's called the bop, man. Fuck chillin', we vibing. Shout out my man's Money Me. Shout out my boy Sheen, man. Shout out my boy Sheen. You know what the fuck going on, nigga. Hey. I get you know I'm the dope man. Bitch, you don't like me, don't hit up my phone. Then I'm going hard, gotta reach the sky. Gotta keep grinding till a nigga die. Niggas always hating, never wonder why. I can peep the hate through my peripheral. She said that she love me, but bitch, I ain't into you. Go get some money, that's what you better do. My boy acting stupid, man. I need a check for you. I got these diamonds, they dripping like water. I got a new hoe, this bitch down from Florida. I need a new Glock, so go place the order. This ain't for fun, man, this shit is for real. I ain't gon' play, gotta ride on my still. Got Meech on the side, you know he gon' kill. Got my Bersheen, he up in the field. All my niggas teach he train to go. Got Meech, he fucking all the hoes. Bersheen getting all the dough. He passed me the O and I'm flipping that bitch. If you try to rob me, know I'm a blow. She hit the Dutch and I know she gon' choke. She shorty a hoe, she giving that dope. What she doing, man, you don't wanna know. When I'm on the nigga, I be chillin'. Smoking that dope with the pain, no feeling. Put your names on the ceiling. Cause they dropping the option, you know we drillin'. Hey, yeah, and you know we be drillin'. Hey, yeah. If you wanna slide, just know that I'm with it. I got my team, you know that we winning. It's all about the fucking time that you put in. If you ain't strapped, please don't come in my hoodie. You better ask about the work that I put in. If you got your gun while you bopped and weave, I fuck your bitch and give me top to leave. They did that and I got more for the team. You ain't gon' fuck around, rap is my dream. Everybody hit the bop, the sweep. Come on, let me see it. Yeah, everybody hit the bop, the sweep. Hey, yeah, hit the bop, the sweet. Hey, everybody. Hit the bop, the sweet. I'ma go party with the richest. Spin my block getting lit with the bitches. Ayy, I'm a 6 bop in the kitchen. Whipping, got white girls getting lit. Ayy, I'm talking crazy about the gang. We spin block in a bit that we hit shit. Ayy, I got that on, you know I'm gon' slide. If I got your mans, I bet he gon' die. All the homies know he don't hit shit. Catch him on his block and I bet he gon' miss it. I ain't never stressed by the bitch. Stay in the block, me, you know I chase chicken. Niggas tell my mans I ain't tripping. I'ma get a straight foot, get the sweeping. Ayy, yeah. Get this fit, listen, I got them automatics, semi-automatics, don't gotta keep them with me. I put the Glock to his throat, better blow smoke out his chimney. Hope you know my shooters ain't friendly, they might just blow, watch the kidney. When I was that broken, nobody put a hand out, so when I get rich, no conversating. Bitch, stay true to your day one, you don't fuck with nobody else. Now that I'm a bitch, I don't need nobody help, yeah, I don't need nobody else. Fuck man, fuck chillin', man, we vibing. Fuck chillin', we vibing, you know the fucking vibes, yo, man. Everything real, everything 100, man. Straight up, man. I love all my niggas.
Hey, 300 guys going crazy.
Yeah. We back. That was just Key Boom, the bop. I fuck with that shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was like, y'all need to know that dance to that. I know it's a dance.
Yeah, there's definitely a dance to it. There's definitely a dance to it. I've been encouraging you to do the TikTok video to teach everybody, because it's like anytime he perform, or even when one of the other artists perform, he find a way to put that bop in it. So we definitely got to teach the people that.
Yeah, that TikTok is definitely big. A lot of cats is getting big off that TikTok. Like you see, like that CJ Woody song, Whoopty song down in New York. That was off TikTok. Dope Baby. A lot of things would be off them TikTok, them dances and stuff. You see the Junebug song TikTok.
Got Kaz in trouble.
Yeah, hell yeah. So that got a lot of cats in trouble too by just doing it.
I mean, it's
so,
like this though. It's like this one thing that artists got to remember. You always got to look for the next way to market yourself. You always got to look for the next way to get yourself out there. And it's like, if you're not putting yourself out there in the right shape, form, or fashion, nobody's really going to hear you. Your song could be hot as hell, but if you don't present it the right way and put yourself out there and put the song out there the right way, then it's just a lost track. So artists, please remember when you record it, put a vision behind it. Just don't be going to booth saying shit. Visualize everything how you want your vision to come for that track.
Yeah, that's a whole fact. Definitely agree with that because it's so many different platforms and outlets, like little media outlets, blogs, or even like the big media outlets, social media outlets like TikTok that you could take advantage of for your track. And you never know who you listening to. You never know, somebody in Africa is probably listening to that joint and want to dance to it. So you definitely want to take advantage of everything and have a plan behind each song. So
exactly.
So let's hop into it, Millie Groans, man. Millie Groans from Syracuse,
right.
315 GSE Lifestyle was good. So what's GSE Lifestyle?
All right, GSE Lifestyle. It stands for Grown Shit Entertainment. Grown, get rich over women and niggas. Shit, stay heavy in traffic, meaning staying focused on your goals. Entertainment lifestyle, meaning that your music is your lifestyle. You present your morals, principles, and values. You present who you are as a person. You have your music reflect you. That's what artists are always supposed to remember. The music is supposed to reflect you in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it be your past or whether it be your present. When you get in a booth and you making these music and you making tracks, you leaving a part of yourself. And all that shows part of a lifestyle. It becomes a lifestyle once you live it on a daily basis.
And that's the whole fact. Definitely be you. And you just explained it perfectly. That was like a billboard, bro. You done did like a telepromo on me right now with your joint.
Yeah.
Like I'm a salesman.
So, no, it's not about that. It's because I believe in this. Like you believe in East Coast Connect. That's your brand. You know what I'm saying? So everything that you got associated with your brand, you feel like it gives to the brand and it's a representation of it. That's how GSE Lifestyle is, and that's how the artists that I manage. That's why they all come differently with different backgrounds, because they all present a different part of a lifestyle that someone in this world could relate to.
So let's hop into the artists you manage. Who artists you manage?
Okay, the artists I manage right now, I got Nas the Don. He's North Carolina based, Syracuse, and he's got like an NBA young boy type of flavor with him because of the emotion and the rawness he puts behind his music. Then you got Keys the Boom. He's 17 years old. He's up and coming. He's very versatile. Can get on any beat. Can get on any subject. He got a team with him that's all under 17 as well, which is his little brother, which is the Boom Squad. Them is who we grooming. Right now they raw. They very raw, but they're very talented. Then you got Jay Philly, our first female artist. Her video's out right now on the GSE Lifestyle 315 YouTube channel. Go check her out. A and B. She's up and coming out of Philly. You know what I'm saying? She's working on her craft, perfecting it, getting more comfortable with the shit she got. She definitely got different sounds, different flavors. Then you got Rambo. Rambo's all over SoundCloud. Rambo $sign at the end on SoundCloud. He's the type where he puts you in a certain mood of feel good. His music is make you encouragement, makes you get up and get money, makes you get up and get to your goals. At the same point in time, reflect on your past. Then you got his rhyming partner, which is Leo. Leo is fire. Leo got a whole different flavor to him. When you listen to him, he gives you a type of street schoolboy type of feel with his music. It's something that you can definitely relate to. Then you got Jazz and Yella. Them is my street rappers, I like to call them. Them the one that give us our hood news. Them the one that give us our hood perspective of music. You know what I'm saying? It's not all party and bullshit with them. They come from struggles of prison, come from struggles of the streets, come from struggles of addiction, and they express that through their music. And right now, that's the starting lineup. That's who we pushing with. That's who we rolling with.
That sound like, wow, man. Sound like you all over. Definitely from Philly, North Carolina base. And all your artists, they like, I heard one from Philly, but is they like raised in Syracuse or?
Yes. All the artists I deal with, they was raised other places but came back to Syracuse. They have some type of connection to Syracuse, some shape, form, or fashion. I also deal with local artists as well, like Lotto, he's my first cousin. And then you got people like Bad News, who's been on the scene for a minute doing his thing. I had the pleasure of meeting that young man. And right now, what's going on with my city is a lot of artists is trying to get their music out there because the success of Toosie and the success of Scoreyy. Their success is putting a light on our town with executives and with music people that want to know what else we got. We got a whole jumbo of talent. So like I tell artists, you got to do something to make yourself stick out, because this is going to be the time of year where everybody going to want to be heard. Everybody going to want to be seen. But the only one that's going to be heard and seen is the one that's presented in the right way.
That's a whole fact, because like what just touching in what you just said about Toosie and Scoreyy about the deals, it's definitely an eye on Syracuse. It's definitely an eye on the whole upstate regions of New York, Western New York region. And I'm pretty sure they looking for uniqueness, something different. So you know, salute to them boys. You know, they kind of open the door for Syracuse to get an eye, some reps there. Yo, so Millie, I want to touch in on really your past, really what's going in. So what made you start the lifestyle? What made you get into management? Because I know that you did music yourself, but what made you like put your music to the side and push other artists?
Well, that's a big step, right? That was a big step in its that was an ego check moment. That was an ego check moment. I say that because say this, I met you off doing shows. When I first met you, my first show I did, I brought 5 other artists with me for that slot time. I did not just come by myself. I did not just want to do it by myself. GSE Lyfestyle is something I came up with my rhyming partner, Legacy Kong. Me and him, we started off, and at the end of the day, he had his own struggles and beliefs in the music system because of what he's had in his own past. His failures in his own past, he couldn't really grasp on to everything that I felt like it could be. And once he fell off, I literally just kept it moving. GSE Lyfestyle, something I came up with when I was in prison. I did 12 years in prison, and I was an entertainer in prison. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was on my gangster shit, even though I was doing what I had to do with my homies, but I was the nigga on the gate late night. I was singing songs, rapping songs, doing that midnight love shit, just to keep the vibe and just to keep the feeling. And people always told me, like, yo, Millie, when you go home, don't be one of them niggas that put it to waste, put it to use. And I never took it seriously. Like, I always been freestyling. I always had harmonies and melodies, but I never really took it seriously because I was in the streets. So when I came home, I said, you know what, Millie, this gonna be your chance to stay out of prison. This gonna be your chance to really hone in on this talent before you lose it. So when I came home, I did my first project, which is Save Your Response. I never released it because my name wasn't up there enough. Even though I was doing shows, even though it was building, people really didn't know who I was. Then I started doing the concerts down at Valley Blues House, which you came to, and that helped me build my name. That helped me build my brand. That helped get the town familiar with my name and my brand. So with that being said, I started latching on to my first artist, which was Young Kai. Young Kai was my first artist signed to GSE. And I was building him up. I was mentoring him. He the one that brought Rambo. He the one that brought Leo. Jay Philly came because I was working with her. You got fucking Yella and Jazz. I knew them from the streets, you know what I'm saying? And these individuals that believed in me before I believed in myself. You hear me understand what I'm saying, Rich? These individuals came to me and told me, like, yo, Millie, if I do this, I'm gonna do it with you. I feel like you know what you're doing. I feel like you're gonna be able to take us there. I've never been in the industry before. Everything that I'm doing right now is all pure grind, all pure love of music. I network because I know how to talk, I know how to speak, I know how to present myself. That's all it is. But a lot of artists don't know how to do that. You put them in a room full of people, they come out empty-handed. Right. I'm the type of artist where I walk into a room, even when I met you at your first show out in Toronto, New York, I networked it out there, Brazy. I did what I needed to do out there to get the name out there. And even with the whole t-shirts, even with the whole shit I do on Facebook, I do whatever it takes to keep my brand alive. GSE Lyfestyle is my brand, is what I believe in. And I have individuals around me, like my right-hand partner, Zoe. He's been around me since the beginning of time. He came out there to the first show. He doesn't rap not one word. But when it comes times for videos, when it comes times for shows, when it comes times to studio time, if Zoe got in his pocket, artists don't got to worry about nothing. They in there. And that's the type of love that I have. And that's the type of love that I try to present. Like you see, like that's Zoe right there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have supporters, y'all. You gotta have supporters. But like you gave me a lot of game and advice when we first clicked. And I took heed to everything you said. Like you told me before, you said, okay, you're doing music, you're doing it for fun, you're doing it for business. That's what made me get my shit licensed. That's what made me get my shit ASCAP. That's what made me get my shit BMI. When you said, okay, these artists, you promoting it, What happens if you take them somewhere and you lose them? I said, damn, this nigga Rich is right. Because Rich, you could have took a couple of my artists that I introduced you to, just because you was more legalized than me, but you didn't come at me on that kind of time. Not like the other industry wolves would have when they seen that type of talent around me. That made me get these contracts. That's made me get them on a contract. That helped me. That let me get them to understand why it's important to do these contracts. Because at the end of the day, I got your best interest in hand because I don't want nothing from you. If I'm not charging you to promote your music now, what the fuck make you think I'm gonna have my hand in your pocket if you get signed? So that's the thing that makes me different from other people. Other people, they do it with a price tag, and now these artists feel in debt to them. So now when they get signed, they get on, they feel in debt to them. So the love that they show them is not real pure love. It's out of debt. When if an artist ever look back and give me a helping hand, or even give me acknowledgement of being by my side, or I help them in any shape, form, or fashion, that's all I ask. You can keep your money, bro. Give me my respect.
And that's something they touch in. Camille, people don't understand. A lot of people need structure, need a person like you, like myself, that can be like that offensive line for these artists, that can build that path, that could talk to these people, that could make things happen, and also that can make sure the right moves. And when me and you first connected, it just been history since then, and still history right now.
Yes, sir. We still making it. We still making it.
Word. Yeah, we still making history. You know,
long time,
bro.
A long time.
Yeah, definitely. Long time. You know, we don't hit the tour, Queens, Pittsburgh. You know, so don't came out to Syracuse, don't came out to Buff. So you know,
yes,
we touching, and it's more to come. So
and that's what it comes down to, bro. Like you is inspiration, because at the end of the day, when I mention East Coast Connect, when I mention ID Rich, these artists, they know who you are. So when they find out that we're connected, they like, oh shit, Millie might be on something. But the funny thing about it is, I be telling these niggas, like, the funny thing is, that nigga is just a messenger away. He's not cocky, right. He's not arrogant. If any of y'all niggas hit him up, y'all can have a conversation with him.
Free my nigga TRAVEEEZY.
TRAVEEZY, free TRAVEEZY.
Yeah. Free my cuz TRAVEEEZY, man. TRAVEEEZY, definitely, man.
You hear me, TRAVEEEZY? He left the impact on us with that show.
Word, hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, my boy TRAVEEEZY, man. He be back real soon with that, bro.
Get out, nigga, I got a chance for that, young man.
You heard it here first.
A lot of waiting, a lot of things waiting, man.
Nigga, these all Miami Cuban straight solid gold. Capital straight solid. Capital motherfucker. Hey yo.
Free, you heard that?
I got my watch on.
Love out of the 315, Beezy.
Hey yo, if Trap come home, nigga, I got a $6,000 chain for him right now.
Oh, okay. GSE Lyfestyle shit.
Word, free Beezy. That's the whole fact. Cause that's why I want to tap in. Word. Hell yeah.
My money. Yo, Rich, the funny thing about it is I was going through my CDs, because you said I got mad CDs over there. I was going through my CDs and I came across Trav shit. Word of mom, y'all play that shit all day. My money.
Yo, Trav, definitely, real talk. You heard Trav, that music need to come out, man. We got you coming out.
You hear me? He rapping the verse right now.
Motherfucking TRAVEEEZY, man.
We know the verses over here. With that boy.
Let's go. Free Trav.
Follow all that nigga pages. Free my nigga TRAVEEEZY.
Let's go, nigga. Word, free Beezy, man. Real talk, man. Coming out soon. That's what I want to touch into, because like I said, when you gave flowers as inspiration myself, man, I look at you as inspiration too, coming to me as a person that been away for 12 years. And like you said, that the energy you have is like energy that every team want. Every team gonna want the energy. What you say, people that, you know, that have the lifestyle, that get that bump in the road, that
this
probably feel like
it's
done, but it's still there.
This is what I'm gonna tell them. I did 12 years in the penitentiary. I did 5 years on the streets, parole, that I maxed out from. It's not easy. I'm not gonna look at you and tell you it's not easy. But at the end of the day, when you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror, you gotta ask yourself, Am I built for another day? And if that question is yes, then you don't question what the fuck bumps in the road or what's going on. You move around that shit and you keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, you got a lifestyle to present. You got a lifestyle to represent. You got a lifestyle to show the world who you are as a man. So if you can't step in the right steps and make the sacrifices it takes to get to where you want to go, then that's the conversation you got to ask yourself as an individual. What are you willing to do for your success?
Talking, that's from Millie right there. That's from Millie Grown. Yo, so what's the process with the lifestyle? What's the process of making some music? What's the how y'all make that magic on the music?
Okay, process is like this. Most of my artists bring their music to me already ready made. But if you come around me and we vibing and we in the studio and we doing what we do, and you tell me, yo, Millie, we need to switch up, I'm gonna give you a different beat that you're not used to hearing, first of all. Second of all, I'm going to give you a subject to go off of while you're on that beat. I may give you a hook to start off with. I may give you some ad-libs to start off with. I'm going to get the energy moving just to see how much of an artist you is. Now, if you tell me you can't fuck with it, it's cool. I understand that. That's cool. But best believe I'm going to hear something from you that you said you can't fuck with, that you're going to fuck with, to show me you can fuck with it. Because if you can't, then you're not a real artist to me. And that's just coming from an artist. I tell all my artists like this. Don't ever in your mind get it fucked up. I am an artist first. I will jump on this mic, I will jump in this booth, and I'll show y'all how to make song after song after song. I don't want to do that. I want you to be the one to do that. So if I can inspire you with my freestyle, like my artists, they get me hyped. They want me to start freestyling because I get them going. I get their thought process going. Now, a lot of these artists nowadays, they would like to call stop and go artists. Mm-hmm. They want to record 4 bars and stop. Record 8 bars and stop. I'm not from that era, my nigga. I'm not from that era. If you did that in my era, niggas don't want you to cipher because you stopping too much. Straight up, my nigga. We want to hear what you're saying. If you freestyle, freestyle, nigga.
That's a lot of studio time. That's the reason why they up in the crib doing that shit.
Exactly.
That's a lot of studio time. Word. That's a lot of
Yo, listen. What's so ill about me is like this. I don't know how I stop and go on the beat because I feel the music differently than others. And I record by myself in my booth. There's nobody here. So I don't got the luxury of stopping and remember what I'm saying to go again. No, I got to one take that shit to get that shit out. Now, once I one take it, if it's not what I think it is, I can take bits and pieces from that and come back around and redo it. But I'm not about to stop every 5 seconds on a one track. No, I can't do that. So I tell every artist like this, studio is time and money. Don't get it wrong. It's fun. It's great. It's a good experience. You got the lights. You got the board. You got all that. But you're paying for all that. So be prepared when you go in there. Like I tell my artists, if I book a studio session, I want to hear at least 2-3 songs out of this session. I want at least 2-3 songs out of this session. I do not want to be in this fucking studio an hour and a half, but you keep stopping and going for one track. So I tell every artist like this, be prepared when you go in the studio. Go over your shit before you get to the studio. And the studio should be the final step, not the first step. Perfect your verse. Perfect what you want, perfect how you want it before you get there. So when you give it to the engineer or that producer, he knows how to bring it to life and he's not spending another hour and a half charging you to bring it to life.
That's a fact. Yo, any producers you mess with?
Producers right now, I'm open to working with all producers right now. I got a philosophy when it comes to that. I told all my artists, we're going to use the fuck out of these YouTube beats. And what I mean by that is I contact most of the producers that I do they beats off of on Instagram or whatever the case may be. And I always leave the tags on their beats. Because if they hear they beat and they get popular enough, we can go back and we can do business for that beat. But I don't believe in spending money on a beat that nobody's going to hear that's going to get you nowhere. I don't believe in that because that's just a waste of money. So in my opinion, if you buying beats, make them your personal records until you got a fan base to support that. Make sure you got the fan bases that's going to recompensate you for that money you spent for that beat. Because streams, views, all that shit is good. But it's nothing if you get no money for it. That's just wasting money you wasted on a beat. Yeah, it's a good song. It's a good song, but Who's recompensating you for that money you spent for that beat? Versus you spend on the YouTube beat and the shit get up and the shit get popping, which you know is going to get up and popping. Why? Because you're going to gain more fans and more popularity off of it. That's when you double back and you go to the producer. Hey, listen, I did this to your beat. I did this with A2 on the beat with one of my songs. I sent him a full version of the beat that I did, his beat off YouTube. He sent me back all fire symbols. That goes to tell me that if that song reached to a certain point, now he's going to be like, you know what, buddy? Let's go. Matter of fact, perfect example. This is how I know I'm not on the wrong track by doing that. That's what Pop Smoke did. Pop Smoke was using the nigga beats, bodying them shits, got a fan base off him. The nigga hit the nigga up like, yo, bro, ain't it about time we talked about some of these beats? Of course we can. Of course we can.
Yeah,
you know
that's the whole fact. It's always ways you can go about it. Like you can go about it that way. That's why you take advantage of these platforms. You go by way of building a relationship with a producer in the in-house.
Now, I say this, not to cut you off. I say this. Artists, if you do find a producer to perfect your sound with, stick with him. Stick with him. Do the YouTube beats for everybody else, but stick with your personal producer. Because once your fan base get up there, now you can immediately go in to recompensating for your money you spend or recompensating the time that producer done spent with you. But make sure the producer loves music as much as you love it. He's not in it just for the money. Because if he in it just for the money, he don't give a fuck about you as an artist.
All right. So what's in the works this year for the GSE Lyfestyle?
All right, what's in the works right now is we put together the compilation mixtape. It's going to be with 2 local DJs, DJ JB and DJ State Prop. They're going to be putting out 2 different versions of the artist music, both on SoundCloud, free of choice. We're going to be performing, going out and doing shows. And based off the compilation and the response we hear from that, we'll decide which artist you get your first mixtape from before we do the album. Because right now, we're going to let the people decide on who they want to hear, who they fucks with. Everybody fucks with different people. You know what I'm saying? I got people that fucks with Nas music. I got people that fuck with Rambo music. I got people that fucks with Keys Boom music. So we're going to let you decide on who y'all want to hear. You know what I'm saying? The more songs get played, the more songs get viewed. That tells me who the people were requesting more from. All of them still going to be dropping music. But as far as on a big platform, that's how we're going to do it. Once we're done with that first compilation mixtape, then me and you going to hook up for something. You're going to pick an artist. I'm going to give you 2 artists to present. More than likely, it's going to be Nas because you already fucks with Nas. So Nas is going to be one of them. I'm going to put another package deal with Nas. And we're going to put out a specifically East Coast Connect mixtape out on SoundCloud, out on your YouTube page, with you picking your favorite songs from those artists. And that's how we're going to do that.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Hell yeah. That's up. Shit. Let's get it. Let's get it. So I'm about to wrap it up with my boy Millie Grown right now. Yo, tell the East Coast Connect family, everybody, where they can tap you in, lock you in, everything, man.
Lock me in right now. Facebook, Millie Grown, GROWN. Look for the name tag. On SoundCloud, Millie315 Grown. On Instagram, Millie315 Grown. The YouTube page is GSE Lyfestyle 315. Go subscribe to that. And, stay tuned because definitely big things. I'm going to be in a city near you. If I find me a promoter or somebody's going to let me do a show, goddamn, I'm going to be in a city near you. You already know what it is. East Coast Connect shit. You know how we giving it up. You better connect or you're going to get left unconnected.
You already know the fuck it is. East Coast Connect session, Millie Grown, GSE Lyfestyle. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all tune in, man. This is my guy right here. He's doing something positive, and y'all need to recognize a person that's loving underground hip hop. Y'all niggas paying attention to the charts and the streams and all that. Nah. He's gonna give you the artist you need to hear to get you through the day. Fucks with him.
Let's go. And that's a fact. Appreciate you, my boy.
Appreciate you, my guy. You already know what it is, man.
No, yo.